Hello everyone. Haven't already. So we have got everyone behind and just on. Okay, so to start, and fill out the first correct with the potatoes right, water about. My pot is like any question. Sound weird. Oh. No. Sounds weird here. Working. From the camera. And just go with the picture. Go with the picture. People think we're dead now. Hi, everyone here.
There we go.
There we go. We are still here. Is the audio better that way? We're just going to use the audio from the iPhone microphone because this one.
Thank you, Sue.
Oh no.
What's that?
How's the audio going right now? Oh, did you switch over?
No. Yeah, I switched over.
Here, let's go up to me.
There's something wrong with your camera. It is up.
Oh, it went down. It's because I bent down. There we go. We are still trying to work out our technical challenges we've been having. But can everyone hear me now okay? Better.
Better now.
Okay, thank you so much. Just double check where the audio is coming from, Annie.
Your phone.
All right, we're just going to have it coming from the phone for now. I'm going to turn this microphone off. So that means when I go to the other side of the room, it might get tinny. You might not hear me as well. Anyway, get a pot of water. Nice and like 3/4 full with water. Today we are making tofu scramble and crispy oil-free fries. We're going to show you how we do that. Basically, the technique is we're going to cut up the potatoes, boil them in water. Not for very long. We're just going to boil them. Once the water's boiling, we're going to put the timer on for 5 minutes, so we have to pay attention for that. And then after that, we're going to drain them, shake them up, spice them, and then we're going to cook them in the oven. So the other thing we can do right now is preheat our oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit.
Thanks, Linda.
Thanks, everyone. Yeah, so if Annie's at the keyboard, so if you want to give a tip at some point throughout the live stream, the tips go to Andy. Annie, it's very windy outside. And that's much appreciated. It's a twister. It's not a twister. We're not having terrible weather. Okay. So I haven't cut up my French fries yet, so let's get going on that. And I
need to text Mom one thing.
Okay. Rinse off your potatoes if you haven't yet. I just kind of scrub them with my hands because that's how we roll. They're pretty clean already. I cleaned them when we first got them, but they've just been sitting in the fridge for a couple days. Okay. It's going to dry them off a little bit. Oh, and I didn't get tofu from the fridge yet.
Dad, do you need anything else from the grocery store?
Not that I know of, thanks. You guys need anything from the grocery store? Willie's at the grocery store. You know what you can get from the fridge, though? Can you get 2 blocks of tofu? We're gonna make a double tofu scramble here, just so that we have leftovers.
I love tofu scramble.
Annie picked today's recipe. If you have suggestions or things you want us to cook in our future videos of this,
suggest.
put suggestions in the comments down below, and I'll make a note. We do have the next couple ones planned because some people already made suggestions. Make sure there's 2, Annie.
Like what?
One.
Here you go. Here's one.
Here's one. Thanks. Put them over there because I got to cut them open and drain them still. Someone wants me to make Woolie's chocolate tart. Someone asked for a shepherd's pie at some point. I'm trying to think what else. Annie's over rocking sous chef. Okay, so what we're going to do with the potatoes today is we're going to cut them into wedges.
Extra firm? Is it okay if they're 2 different types?
Make them the same type. Just grab them from this box. Okay, so to make wedges, and watch out for that might be a funky spot we might want to look out for. Let's do them this way. Cut your potatoes in half, and then cut them in half again, and then just keep on going in half, and then you've got nice wedges. I'm going to cut off the top of that one because it looks a little funkified. You can get a little bowl for veggie scraps. Get a little bowl to put your veggie scraps in. Oh, Annie, we need to put the overhead camera on. People can't see.
Give me a second. Here's your other tofu. I can do it.
Okay.
Here's your other tofu.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So you can't see what I'm doing. I apologize, but imagine I'm cutting.
Give me a second.
That's okay. We have more potatoes to do, so you'll have lots of opportunity to see me doing what I'm doing. Thanks, Annie.
But do you want the other one?
Yeah, we can keep both on at the same time. There we go. That's perfect. Okay, so see what we're just doing? We're just getting nice wedges. Like that, okay? And if you have any funky bits on the end, just cut them off. That was a very aggressive chop. And try not to cut your fingers.
What are these potato wedges?
Potato wedges, the fridge isn't closed, Annie.
Oh.
It's going to ding. So these are potato wedges. So this is just my trick for cutting things in general, is cut them in half. Keep cutting them in half. Now this one might need, I might cut this one to the thirds because it's not quite big enough. There we go. Something like that. And if you want, actually, if they're really long, cut them in half like that too. Okay. So this is going to take a minute for us to do, which is okay because the oven needs to come up to temperature. And you want the potatoes to come up to temperature with the water, so you don't want to pre-boil the water. Let's keep the fries a little shorter. And Annie, if you want to, you might need to speak up when you talk, Annie, too, because the microphone is facing the other way, so you might be a bit quiet today.
Yay! Everyone's saying I had a great
A great choice?
Jen said I had a great choice.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, I know everyone's got a tofu scramble that they make, but this is ours, and it's really simple, but we like it, and you can customize it to whatever you want. Oh, you know what you can grab from the fridge, Annie, that I forgot to grab earlier, is the vegetable broth. There should be a couple packets. I don't need a lot. I just need
Packets?
Well, by packages, the Tetra Packs. And then when you come back,
Do you need both of them?
just one. I just need like a half a cup's worth.
The dented one?
The dented one? Sure. If you want to if anyone had any questions, throw them in the comments down below. Otherwise, feel free to let us know where you're watching from. And if you're cooking along, and Annie will give you some shout outs and throw them up on the screen.
Hi, Pam in Philly.
Pam in Philly, hello. We are down.
Does this work with sweet potatoes?
Oh, you know what? We haven't done it with sweet potatoes, but I don't see why not.
Sweet potatoes.
Annie loves sweet potatoes. Basically, how it gets crispy without oil, I'll tell you right now, is you kind of like pre-cook the potatoes in the water, so they soften up a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drain the water out. Oh, actually, Annie, can you grab the column? Ooh. We don't want that potato.
It's got like a mouth.
It does have a mouth. Hello, Annie. I've gone a little bad in the middle. We're going to cut that out. I think think we can still save most of this potato.
Hi everyone, I'm at work watching.
So is Annie. Annie's at work right now.
That's gonna be the one that tastes moldy. There's always one that tastes moldy.
No, I'm gonna cut out the middle bit. See? Get rid of that part too because it's too thin. So what happens is the potato softens. We're gonna drain it. Can you get the colander and put it in the sink, Annie? We're gonna need that.
What colander, big or small?
The big one, and then we're gonna drain it, and then we're gonna put it back into the pot with a bunch of whatever spices you want. I'll tell you the ones we're gonna use, but you can put whatever you want in. We're gonna shake it up a little bit. Maybe Annie can do that for fun. Get her aggression out. Rawr.
Do what?
Shake up the pot. And the shaking of it like breaks it up a little bit, and that it's kind of like doing smashed potatoes in a way, but French fry style. So if any of you have ever done smashed potatoes and made them crispy that way, that's basically what we're doing with the French fries today to make them nice and crispy. All right. Any more shout outs, Annie? Any questions?
No, there's no questions.
Big thanks to Annie for being
Any questions for me?
Any questions for Annie?
Can you make a vegan chicken noodle soup?
A vegan chicken noodle soup? That's a good thing for winter.
It says chicken soup, so I'm guessing that's chicken noodle.
Chicken. Is it like a chicken?
Oh, that's not the ones you're eating, right? Because I saw you put them in there. I'm like, those are the gross ones.
No, the ones that we're eating, I'm putting in the water. I'm putting in here. We can't see.
Can you make a vegan chicken soup?
So I'm putting.
Maybe it just says chicken.
I'm putting the potatoes into a big pot of water that we're gonna cook with. In case. Why is it doing that? It keeps on. I don't know what it's doing. Strange.
Can you make a vegan chicken soup?
Can I make a vegan chicken soup? If I can find a vegan chicken. No, like a chicken noodle soup, but without. Yeah, I mean, actually, one recipe.
Chickpeas.
Chickpeas is fine, but you could use tofu for that. But I know there's a lot of people out there that can't have the tofu, so I'm gonna try to not have too many. Because we had a tofu recipe last week, we have a tofu recipe this week, so I definitely want to vary it up, and we don't want this to be the tofu cooking channel.
Tazzy said, "Catching up in 2 times speed. See you in 5 minutes."
Okay, Tazzy.
See you, Tazzy.
Luckily, we talk nice and slow. Luckily, we're just cutting potatoes right now, so Tazzy will be up to speed with us in no time. We're not doing anything particularly exciting right now. Okay, we're almost done the potatoes. Potatoes take forever to cut.
My day was good. I'm going to tell my day. My day was good. Sue, how was your day?
Can everyone hear Annie okay? We had to pivot on our audio due to our ongoing audio wonders. Okay, almost done. But that's okay. I'm making enough here basically for 2 meals. Jeepers, these potatoes. What accent is that I was just doing? These potatoes.
Hi, Jeremy. I just did your chickpea chowder.
Yes.
And I'm loving it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Anna from New York.
Thanks, Anna.
Vegan chopped liver.
Oh, no thanks. Sorry. What would that, I think,
Ooh, maybe chicken soup with soy curls.
It's still soy though, right? I'm trying to find recipes. I'm trying to think of a way I would do that without.
There's a bump on that one.
Yeah, someone's gonna get a bumpy carrot. Trying to get a potato.
Where is the bump? Oh.
It's in there somewhere. Are you scared of the bump?
Yes, soy curls. What kind of knife are you using?
This is Shanzu.
Of course, Sue. I'll always ask how your day has been.
This one, it's not one of my potted knives only because Annie set up the camera on top of it and I didn't feel like making her move the laptop on top. I didn't make her feel like moving it. So this is it's another one of the Santoku knives, I think this is the Shanzu is the company.
I made the chowder too, and it was a hit.
Yeah? Do that, Kathy. Thanks, Kathy. Okay, last potato.
Jackfruit for chicken, maybe.
Maybe. I'm not a big fan of jackfruit.
You tried to make jackfruit tacos once.
I did.
And that was not a hit.
Yeah, I just don't like, it just doesn't, it's not filling. So for if you're going to use a protein substitute, it should. I mean, not just. And I know we've said this on the channel. Everyone knows this. There's protein in everything, but jackfruit is just not a significant source of nutrients. It ticks off the texture layer, and that's about it.
Making your granola bars as I watch.
Ooh,
and
nice.
It's very sweet when she's moderating. What? Moderating?
You're moderating. That's what moderating is. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's where you say thank you for the compliment. If anyone wants to give Annie a tip, this is kind of her after-school job, is helping me out in the channel from time to time, same as Efi.
I've gotten 2 tips already.
Oh, nice. So the tips all go to them. And we appreciate all the people that have tipped in the past, too. We also don't expect you to tip every time. Don't feel pressured to tip every single time, either, if you've already tipped in the past. It's always appreciated. All right, we're going to crank this up. And Annie, I'm going to put you in charge of checking these every few minutes just to make sure to see when they're boiling. And
what was that?
Uh-oh.
What happened?
I just made it messy. Just kitchen noises, Annie. All right, so let's tidy up our work area a little bit. Let's clean up our knife. Okay, so that's going to take care of itself for a little bit, and then we'll get the rest of the stuff for that going.
Cat said today I've been decluttering for my 5-week for my move in 5 weeks.
Oof, I know. I need to feels like every week we should declutter our house. We kind of try to do it, but we're not great at it. Hi, Velma.
What's up? Come say hi. Velma, come.
Velma found something on the ground that she's obsessed with.
Velma, come say hi. Come say hi.
My hands are clean, so I don't want to touch Velma right now.
Girl.
Okay. So, Annie, why don't you read us the tofu scramble ingredients so people can get those all ready?
Someone says, sounds like my kitchen.
Yeah, chaos. Annie, can you read us the tofu scramble ingredients?
The tofu scramble ingredients.
Why don't you come over here and read them so people can be closer to the mic? You can come on camera for us. And while she's doing that, I'm just going to drain my tofu.
1
Not
block firm or extra firm tofu. We're doing 2 because we're doubling the recipe. If you're doubling the recipe, you have to do double. That's like how it works. You know? Thanks, Catherine. Okay. Half a cup low sodium vegetable stock. 1 teaspoon garlic powder. A fourth a cup nutritional yeast. Salt and pepper to taste. And then mix-ins like the vegetables. You can do like any vegetables, but here are some suggestions.
Now, the other things that I didn't put on there, only because we don't care about the coloring, but maybe we'll do it today just to show it, is just like the tiniest amount of turmeric, just to color it and give it an eggy look. The other thing you can do for ingredients at the end is kalanamak, which is black salt. It gives it an eggy flavor. Annie doesn't like it, and Willie doesn't really like it. So what we do is we just sprinkle it on, because the problem if you use it while you're cooking is you can actually cook the flavor out of it. So you don't want to put it in the middle anyway.
What don't you?
The kalanamak, that stuff that's like sulfury, the eggy stuff.
Like
you don't like it, so we don't put it in. But we might add, just when we're going to go serve it later on, we might sprinkle it on top.
Okay, let me do the vegetables. Onions, garlic, spinach or kale, pepper, olives, zucchini, tomatoes, mushrooms.
Great, yeah, so those are the vegetable mix-in. So today...
And wait, sauce, ketchup, barbecue, hot sauce. These are like things you put in after.
Yeah, and they're all optional.
You'll see.
So
what's your cutting board made of?
Oh, God. Plastic?
It's like...
People make fun of me for my cutting board.
It's like bendy.
Yeah. People make fun of me from this cutting board all the time.
It's a good cutting board.
Because I don't put, like, towels under it or anything like that. I like it mostly because it's big, and when I put stuff on it, I can pick it up and bend it and like just put stuff into pots and pans. I like it. I understand if you want to make fun of me. I'm just getting a bowl. Okay, So while
that brown in the potato is from rain. Tasmania is the potato state. It's not mold. The brown in the potato is from rain.
Oh, in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so
thanks, Tazzy, for the cool fact.
So drain your tofu. Want to get the double screen going on again, Annie?
The what?
The split screen. Want to get the food cam?
Sure.
Okay, so just drain your tofu. You don't have to have pressed it. If you did, that's probably fine. Although you want it to be a little squishy, so I wouldn't press this one. So just pat it down a little bit. We're not gonna deal with it just yet, and this is gonna be a bit of a tricky one because I realized that my big not stainless steel, my big cast iron frying pan will not work on the induction stove that we use for the channel here when we're cooking for all of you live. So I'm gonna do the vegetables separate from the scramble. So get your vegetables ready to prep. Where'd my knife go? Over here. So for this, I'm keeping it simple. I'm going to use some onions, a little bit of garlic. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to use the garlic because I have garlic powder, and I just want to make life easier today. I'm going to do 2 peppers, a zucchini, and onions. I would normally add mushrooms to this, but because...
Cool Cat said, we don't make fun of you. We're just scared you will lose a finger when it moves so much.
It doesn't really. It moves up and down a little bit. I've never found it shifts. I guess it shifts a little bit.
They do. They pay attention.
You guys do pay attention. You guys don't miss a trick. It's okay. I'm used to being made fun of by my family all the time, so I can hack it when I get made fun of by our wonderful YouTube audience. Okay, so I made a cutting video recently where I showed you how I cut peppers, but you can see me doing it again here where I'm just doing a really lazy, easy dice by cutting off the tops and the bottoms. So it's like that, and then I make a slit through it. Cut it all.
Asked, Annie, do you want your own channel someday? And if so, what would your channel be about?
Yeah. We joke.
I'm actually going to take over this channel.
Annie wants me to leave this channel to her in the will. So if I end up dead one day, early, you know what happened.
It's going to be me.
It's going to be her.
Well, I didn't kill you, but no. I get the...
We used to make a joke that Annie should have a channel called Annie Does Stuff.
I made one once.
She did have a little channel.
And I was never able to delete it because it was on my school computer.
Oh, so
and it got taken away when I moved to schools.
It exists somewhere.
It still does.
Okay. So just dice up your vegetable into like bite-sized pieces, however much you want. I have a lot going on here because, again, like I said, I'm doubling this up. See this? I'll show you in a second. This is why I like this cutting board. I think we just got this on Amazon. It's not fancy. I can pick it up. I can pinch both ends, and everything goes in.
Don't we have another one?
I know 2 fell out. But that's because I didn't have both hands on it.
Do we have another one of that, or did it break?
No, there was another one like that, but it actually it folded in half because it had like a crease in it, and it just broke over time from wear. But this one won't do that. I do like wood cutting boards, though. I want to find a company that will make me a nice wood cutting board that will have our logo ingrained in it.
But I do understand a big and flexible board.
Yeah, I love this board. It's great. And it also doesn't carry over smells, too, right? Like, that's always the challenge I find with wooden cutting boards. We have a wooden cutting board, but we don't really use it as a cutting board.
Because it smells like garlic.
Well, that's the problem. Is like if you cut strong things on it like onions and garlic, then all of a sudden you've got and then you cut a banana on there and your breakfast suddenly sucks a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just going to dice up our vegetable real quick like here. And he has the potatoes. Potato check as you have your pickle snack.
How do I check them?
Just are they boiling?
Oh no, it's not boiling.
Good. Yeah, I just need to know when it's boiling. When it's boiling, you got to put the timer on for 5 minutes, okay?
Jen said, I love the flexible cutting boards, but I find they dull my knives quickly.
Oh, yeah, just sharpen your knives. He said.
Mr. Fact.
Well, it's just, I know. I need to do a video on knife sharpening. I haven't done it in a long time. Most of my knives are, except for my new ones, are
if you
dullish.
start using a wooden board, you just need a bench scraper.
I got a bench scraper.
My favorite tool.
I have a bench scraper. I know. I can use that too. I just like this one because it's light. But it's mostly the bendy thing. I just love that it bends over. What's that?
A wooden
cutting board? It's over there.
Oh.
It's in the cutting corner. It's okay. One day we will be relocating to the farm full time. And I'm going to do a whole renovation of that kitchen, which we'll probably do a video on. Like, I'm talking years from now. So long-term viewers who stick around for the long term, you will be rewarded by seeing me design a kitchen for myself, which I'm crazy
end grain boards are
excited
the
about.
best.
What's that?
End grain boards are the best.
Is that what someone said?
That's what Tazzy said.
Well, yeah, and I'm sure I'll just have like a whole board made up as part of like a cutting board. It's just an entire beautiful like chef. What's it called? Butcher's block. But someone
Do you
laughing
know
at.
what Jeremy said?
What did I say? Oh,
No.
Oh, Jeremiah.
No, Jeremy.
What?
There's
another Jeremy watching. Hi, Jeremy.
You know what Jeremy said, don't cut garlic and then cut watermelon. Not a good
Yeah,
combo.
yeah, I've done something similar to that. It's a bad idea because a watermelon's like a sponge.
I have 2 wooden cutting boards. One
Okay, we don't need to
for
brag.
onion and garlic. The other for everything else.
Yeah, that makes sense. I know that's what most people do. Okay, we're just gonna quickly dice up and then I'm just gonna keep the onion on here. I've got this separated because we'll put that on first.
Apples and garlic aren't so good either.
Willie's home. Surprised the Velma didn't scream. Oh.
I like my bamboo cutting boards.
Bamboo is very nice too. All right, onions are almost.
The fan working?
The fan. So far, yeah, we put a fan. So for those that have been following and watching these cook-alongs and notice that this camera that I'm pointing at you at right now kind of disappears about half an hour into these things. The company says they think it's overheating. So we put a little fan on it, and we're hoping that helps it. But it's a work in progress, all of these technical things. Hi, Woody!
Hello.
Yeah.
What are you making?
We're making...
Tofu Scramble.
Ooh. Very fun.
Very fun.
I just want to say a shout out to my friend Heather who's watching.
Heather Simmons?
Yeah.
What's up, Simmons?
She hasn't commented.
What? Simmons. Being shy.
Tell her to comment.
All right, I gotta go walk some doggies. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, hey, doggy,
How many people are watching?
I've got one of your cutting boards on the way.
Thank you.
Cool Cat says hi, Wooly.
Hi, Cool Cat.
Thanks for finding the cutting board.
Shannon says hi.
Way to be cool.
Shannon says
We're way overdue. I keep on meaning to update our merch store.
Malcolm says hi.
Hey, Malcolm! I got really
Not
excited.
to you.
Not to me?
Mom.
Oh, sorry. Oh, there. Willie says hi, everyone.
All right. Coffee out. Okay, Ruby. Let's go, buddy.
I'm input over here visiting. I usually active on Kathy's cooking channel.
Oh.
That's the other Jeremy.
Well, we'll take you over here. You can be active with both of our channels because Kathy's wonderful too.
Who's Kathy?
Kathy Hester. I'm assuming that's Kathy. Is it Kathy with a K? Is that who you mentioned?
Yeah.
Kathy Hester.
Who's Kathy Hester?
Kathy's been on the channel before. She's the one that did the ice cream cookbook, right? Kathy Hester is big fan, big friend. I'm gonna say friend. I don't know if she's a fan.
From upstate New York.
Hello, Vi.
That's not hi. It's
Hi.
a hi.
Oh, not
Her
Vi.
name's Catherine.
Oh. I can't see the screen. Okay, so all our veg is cut. We're ready to go with that. So now I'm just going to kind of reposition things. Let's do a potato check.
Whew.
They're getting close.
Mom, are you sure Heather's watching?
She just might be being shy. Okay. We're going to reposition the camera over here. What vegetables?
I've seen Kathy on Chef AJ.
Anyone? Yep, Kathy and Chef AJ are good pals as well. If anyone is cooking this on their own, let us know what vegetables you're going to add for yours. So we're going to need to give it a minute for the pan to heat up. Annie, do you want to read off the instructions for the tofu scramble? What we got to do first? For those that are listening at home that might be visually impaired. Shout out to Kimberly if she's watching.
Hi, all of you. It's Catherine from Taste Thrifty Timely.
Catherine! Hey!
So glad I haven't until log on while you're live. I'm making a late lunch over.
Catherine is Vancouver based.
Over on the West Coast.
So if you haven't checked out Catherine, put a link to your own channel in the chat so other people can see it. I have shouted out Catherine in the past because I think she's fantastic and deserves your attention as much as anyone does. She just put out, I just saw your video on the tofu meaty thing that you made. It's like dehydrated tofu sandwich shawarma. You made a shawarma on it. And I'm going to make something like that soon. Looks great. Thanks for joining us, Catherine. What are you having for lunch? Let us know. Annie will read it off here.
Okay. As he said, it's 9 a.m. Wednesday here. Tofu scramble lunch sounds good.
Perfect. All right, Annie.
I do internet fasting. Eat 12 to 8 p.m.
I do more like
not intermediate fasting.
Intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
Okay, so the sound might have gotten a little bit louder because of the induction fan. I'll try to speak a little louder in case we need it. Annie, do you want to read off your instructions for people so we know what to do? Are we ready to go for the...
Drain your tofu and cut it into 4 pieces so it's easier to handle.
Thanks, Annie.
The tofu comes in a tray.
Okay, so let's do this first.
You can cut it directly in there.
Oh, the camera's flipping around and doing all weird stuff. Why does it keep doing...
I think you're just like not good at it.
I'm just not good at it? Dad, you're just not good at YouTube.
You just gotta get better, you know?
You just gotta get better, you know? Okay. And so this is a tip for just because what we're going to do is we're going to break this apart in our hands.
Cassie asked, can you do links in chat, Jeremy?
Can we do links in the chat?
Like, can you add a link? Because I'm, can you put your own link, like, for Catherine?
Oh, I can't right now. My hands are full.
No.
Annie could.
What the heck? It froze.
What did? I froze?
No, this one.
Oh, is it overheating already?
It just froze.
We'll just go back to the other one then. Well, maybe just unplug it and plug it back in. Let's do the camera restart. It is getting warm.
The onions are making me cry.
All right, did it come back?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's good, but it's still frozen. Oh, no, mine's not frozen.
All right, do you want to... Okay, so we're just going to do what we just did. We're just going to cut these in half. So someone asked me, I don't know.
Green peppers bitter?
Why are green peppers bitter? I don't know. I used to, fun fact, instead of drinking coffee when I was in college, I used to eat green peppers in the morning.
What?
To wake, because I thought it would, I don't know, I thought caffeine was bad. And
Did it work to wake you up?
Oh yeah, a green pepper will wake you up real good. Then I became the guy that ate peppers during morning lecture, which, wasn't terrible, but it wasn't the entire identity I wanted to foster for myself.
You became the guy that ate peppers.
Yeah, that was me. Okay, so if you were in my morning current events class, that was me. Hi, I was the guy. Okay, now what do we do? We're gonna cook our onions, right? Does it say that?
Is it the brand new following you camera that is overheating?
Yeah, it's the Osmo. I love it for so many things, but for leaving on for long periods of time, it doesn't love it. Okay, so for those that are following along in the cookbook, page 104, and you throw the link to the cookbook up, so if people don't have it yet, they can get it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to
up in the top left corner.
Yeah, do you want to go on split screen so I can talk to
Sir.
people too? Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna cook the onions first, and then the veg, and then I'm gonna take it out of the pan. I know that the instructions.
Sorry,
Sorry, Andy. Nice. We also have some. Oh, the onion smells so good now. We're also going to add some spinach to this at the end. Yeah, so I'm making a double batch here, so I'm doing the vegetables separately. So we're just going to cook these just because we're going to throw them in again later. You okay there, Annie? Okay, so we have a few minutes while these onions are going to soften up, and then we're going to add in the rest of this veg right here. How is it not hurting my eyes? In your mouth is the trick. But you'll just eat the bread, I know you. You won't let it just sit there.
Oh, it hurts. Oh my freaking gosh.
Wow, how come the onions aren't affecting me? Am I dead inside?
Can I put butter on the bread?
No, don't put butter on the bread. That's not going to make it better. No, you're not supposed to eat it. What do you think? You're selecting the best slice? Hold it. And that's really only for when you're cutting the onions. Now you're just having a snack. Annie, I can't understand. Nobody can understand what you're saying right now. Okay, I'm just gonna splash just a little. You can use water, but I'm gonna use a little vegetable broth. Oh, probably getting smoky on the camera. Okay, let these get. Annie's still losing her mind over there. You're gonna take over this channel, and you can't even deal with onions in your eyes. I can feel a little tinkle of it, but those onions are not bothering me the way they're bothering you. Okay, and I'm just gonna put.
We'll have a mixture of tofu scramble in the oven.
Like a baked tofu scramble? I'm just gonna do a little seasoning on top, not much.
Excuse me.
Pardon Annie.
Sorry.
We never raised her with any manners, as some have alluded to in the comments.
I'm so sorry, guys.
It's okay. We tried with her, so instead we just love her as she is. Okay, this is good enough. How's the potatoes? We're on potato watch still.
They're living their life. They're not waiting.
And he said, "Really? You turn that way higher?"
Really?
This is why you want to do the potatoes early, because they take a bit. This process does take a little while with the potatoes. Potatoes. Should I do the rest in a really bad Irish accent?
Is it spaghetti or paschetti?
Annie's making fun of me because when I was a kid, until I was legitimately probably close to being 12 years old, I thought spaghetti was called buschetti because my mom never corrected me because she thought it was cute. And it wasn't until I was over at a friend's house and I saw what they were making for dinner, and I said, "I love buschetti," and I got made fun of a lot.
No, you didn't tell them the whole story.
That's basically the whole story.
And then you had a full-on argument because you thought we were right.
Oh, I went, oh, well, that's, yeah. I was like, no, it's called biscotti. Because in your mind, when you know something to be a fact, you argue it. And also, I was like trying to defend my parents who had clearly told me this. Okay, so this pan is nowhere
the
near.
last onions I bought are so rude. I was thinking of buying swim goggles.
Yeah. So, as you can see, this pan is way too small for us to do the scramble at the same time, which is why I'm doing the vegetables separately right now. And then I'll add everything back together at the end. If you don't want to add vegetables to your scramble, you totally can. That's sad for me and for you. But you can totally do that and skip everything I'm doing right now. But we're just going to give like another 5 minutes of sauteing. So now is a good time for Annie to give any shout-outs to anyone watching or for you to ask any questions. Don't forget to tip your operator. Down with the super thanks. Oh, because the fan? But it's making the camera work, Annie. Okay, let's let that sit for a minute.
Does anyone know of a good organic dry veggie broth? I can't always use a full carton before it goes bad. I'd rather just make what I need.
I mean, the really fastest way to make just veggie broth is to get like a good no salt seasoning, like Mrs. Dash, or even Costco has a no salt seasoning that they sell on their own. And just use that and like a tablespoon of for every cup of water, use like a teaspoon to a tablespoon of that seasoning based on how intense you want your veggie broth. With what I would do for a veggie broth replacement. What's that? A brand?
The question was, does anyone know of a good organic dry veggie broth?
Oh, dry one. Oh, what? Oh, a broth and dry don't go together. I'm confused.
Yeah, like a powder.
A powder. Yeah, I'd say Mrs. Dash. Mrs. Dash or the.
Listen to this, ready? Ready?
I'm ready, Annie.
Hi, Catherine. If y'all are not following Taste Thrifty Timely, you need to check it out. Catherine and Brian are awesome. It must be a Canadian thing since Jeremy and Sam are awesome too.
And also Derek Simnett out in Vancouver. And we've got Carly Bedrug is in Barrie, Ontario.
Accept the compliment.
I'm accepting the compliment. No, I'm just shouting out other Canadian plant-based people. And we've got Sam Turnbull too, who is doesn't taste like chicken. And then she's in her book like craving. Yeah, that's her website. And then she's got her cookbooks. Candace Hutchings, the Edgy Veg is another Toronto-based one. There's a whole legion of us. We should form some kind of Canadian Avengers of plant-based cooks. Okay, this is coming along. What's happening? Oh, we lost me again. Uh-oh.
Okay,
It didn't come back on. It's okay. People can see they were here.
Oh, well, you must have peppers.
Peppers are essential. Is that what someone's saying?
No, Annie, what is your must have and not have in tofu scramble? You must have peppers. I feel like
We're back.
you must not have mushrooms.
Annie's very
You
anti-mushroom.
must have kale. I don't like the spinach. I like the kale in it.
Ah, we have kale too. I could have done. I can still do the kale. Well, I've already washed the spinach.
Okay.
Should be fine.
You must. Well, zucchini's like iffy, but
The zucchini is good. It's very fresh. It's not watery.
you must. I feel like onion garlic, and that's it. Garlic, like it's mad, and it's
Okay,
my eyes are
alright.
moving again.
We're gonna set this timer for 5 minutes. So
And that's it, Malcolm.
our potatoes are boiling. We're gonna set the timer for 5 minutes. While that's going, that's gonna happen fast, and then
Oh, my potatoes have boiled for 5 minutes. Do I drain them now?
yeah. So drain them and just leave them. You know, I'll tell you what to do. If you're to put them in the colander, drain them. Keep the pot handy though. You're gonna need it in a second. So and then for the spices I'm using, I have garlic powder, onion powder, and paprika and chili powder. So I'm actually, because this is all gonna happen. This will all happen pretty fast. So I'm just gonna take a small bowl and put all those spices together just so they're ready to go. And this vegetable is almost done too. So what did I say? Onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, and chili.
Lazy vegan is Canadian.
Yeah, cheap lazy vegan. She's Canadian too. See, there's tons of us.
Yay, Canadian plant YouTube Avengers.
And we greatly appreciate. What I love too is that we all have audiences that are all around the world. You guys are amazing. Like just now, I know there's people watching
We're
us.
almost at 50,000.
We are almost at 50,000. So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, help us get to 50,000.
Yes, Megan. Megan said I agree. No shrimp YouTube texture. We love Megan.
We love Megan, and he
Megan,
says,
we should start a no shrooms YouTube texture.
"No Shrooms Club."
You cannot say that because you're not in it.
I love shrooms.
Yes, Megan with the no shrooms.
Okay.
Great idea about the no salt seasoning in pasta. I love that one.
Okay, so we're gonna turn this off just for a second, frying pan, and I'm just gonna toss.
We've got collard greens, onions, red peppers, carrots, garlic
Okay.
going.
So I'm gonna put these vegetables back into my bowl I had over here. So you can just go back to this camera for a bit, Annie.
Well, my eyes.
Oh, they shouldn't affect your eyes now. They're cooked.
Such a great. Oh, this is Catherine. Such a great community of plant-based YouTubers in Canada. I like better than vegetable-based
Bouillon.
too. They have no beef and no chicken concentrates.
Oh, better than bouillon.
To do. I haven't tried those yet.
Catherine, we should try to arrange some kind of a live cook-off.
Yay,
See if we can
50K, nearly there.
see if we can make something happen. That'd be fun. To do like a live stream cooking with somebody else at the same time. I don't know how that would work,
But it's cold.
but we could figure it out if anyone else could. Okay, 2 more minutes for these fries. Whoa! All right, Annie, you want to make sure these don't spill over?
Just put the thing that stops it from spilling over on.
All right, Annie's on fire watch.
Just do this.
Okay, I'm not gonna start
It'll
the.
stop it from spilling over. Ta-da!
Okay, I'm not gonna start the tofu yet because the potatoes are really close to being ready. So what's gonna happen? Sorry, someone already asked me what you do with your potatoes. So get your spice blend ready. What you're gonna do? You're gonna drain the potatoes. Then you're gonna throw them back into your pot that you cooked them in. Toss the spices over top. And then shake them like they owe you money. Okay? And then I'm also going to get some baking sheets. Oh, look at this. It's like a little Christmas elf got me baking sheets ready. I swear to God I didn't prep this, but I should have. It's like Jeremy from the past. You know what it is? It's just we baked cookies on the other side. But this side is clean. We haven't done anything else on that side. So we're going to use that right now. Okay. These potatoes are ready.
Let's Eat Plants is also.
Yes, Let's Eat Plants.
Canada.
Our friend Let's Eat Plants is also Canadian. There's so many of us. We can totally have our own little Avengers group. Okay. Give these potatoes another minute.
It's cold today.
It's
Sounds
cold today.
good. I don't know how to do that either, but maybe our smart community can give us tips. Lol. That
Oh,
was Catherine.
Catherine said that? We can figure it out.
The
Just like doing it.
The Parchment Elf.
The Parchment Elf came around and prepped my pans for me. Thank you, Parchment Elf. Okay, so I already mixed the spices, but I'm just going to kind of combine them so they're all mixed together now. And I might add just a little bit of this Himalayan salt in there too.
Cool Cat said, I am type A. I pre-cut and roll my parchment paper pieces to fit my cookie sheets.
Okay. So this is going. We're going to turn that off. We're going to turn off the annoying alarm. And then let's get our baking sheet. Our potatoes in the strainer. Oh, I should do it in the direction that the water goes out. Okay. And then we're going to pop these right back in. Let me get a... Where's the camera? Can you get the camera set up for down here, Annie, so people can see? Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to put these back in this pot. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you know what I should do? And layer them. What I recommend doing is just take about half of them. Don't mind the steam. Hopefully it's not fogging up the lens too much. Sprinkle about half your seasoning
No, it's not fogging.
over the first half. And you can do this without seasoning, and you can do whatever seasonings you want.
Kim said,
Okay, this is going to make like a spicy chili powdered pepper.
Kim said, hi everybody, I'm from Ohio, USA. I love your channel.
Thank you. Okay, then put the rest on top. So again, for those that might be just joining us now, this is a tablespoon each of onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, and chili powder, and just like a sprinkling of salt You can put more salt on if you want, but we try to keep the salt to a minimum, and we can always add more later on. Okay, put the lid on, and this is what's going to make the potatoes crispy.
These are the good fries.
He just realized. These are the good fries. They take a little while to make because you got to boil them first. And then they kind of look all broken up.
These fries.
And he's got really excited.
You know what they're really good with? Malt vinegar.
We have some malt vinegar. And he's just got real excited. Okay. Where do I put things? Here we go. Okay. So now lay out your bacon sheets. And just kind of spread them out. And the beauty part of this, because they're already pre-cooked a little bit, is it's okay if they actually overlap each other a little bit. Like, they don't have to be spread out individually and perfectly even. It's okay if they're actually kind of overlapping a little bit. Okay.
Cool Cat said my YouTube channel is in French. Can I be a part of the Canadian?
Yes, we need a French Avenger. Of course you can be. We have to represent our multilingual country. It would be crazy if we didn't include you.
Thank you for those.
I'm sorry,
fries.
I didn't.
They will go perfectly with my tofu nuggets.
These are great with tofu nuggets too.
They're just great in general.
They're just great in general.
Malt vinegar.
Says Annie.
I can usually get away with using the same parchment several times, depending how wet or dry the food is.
100%. Yeah, we like to reuse the parchment too. Okay.
The onions are hurting my eyes. What?
Ephraim's saying, did you just tell her eyes aren't hurting? Do your kids do that with each other? They like to tell each other how they're feeling? They both do it, by the way. Neither is perfect, but we love them as they are.
Of that. How dare you accuse me?
You should put your camera on, Annie, so people can see what it looks like when a child is lying blatantly.
Do you want a third camera?
You can put it on. You had it on last time, remember?
Which one? This one? HD?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks scary.
Well, put it on all three. Do you have all three going? So they can still see the food?
Oh, because I didn't add another one.
Oh, you just switched it out? Oh, wrong way. I was going to go, hey, Jeremy, how you doing? Anyway, that was bad. Bad. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, so these are going to go in the oven for 25 minutes. And the scramble will be ready way before that.
Should I not mirror the camera or should I mirror it?
Oh, you should... Well, just make sure it's going in the right direction.
Like so.
Yeah, that's right.
That's not.
Yeah, mirror is... I don't know. Annie, I can't really see what you're doing.
Oh, it's me. Oh, the one and only me.
Okay, so let's get our pan back up and running. I've just got it on about half, like a medium heat over here. This will only take a second to come back up. And then...
Are these the fries that make Amy scream, I want French fries?
I don't know, Annie, are they?
No.
Any...
Sweet potato fries!
If these were sweet potato fries, they would be. Basically, any fries make Annie scream, I want French fries.
No, not the ones that taste moldy.
I need one moldy fry one time. Okay, so let's read the instructions. Annie, you want to read the instructions for us? Annie's leaving. Where are you going? You're on the clock, kid. Just a reminder, if you're watching, Annie accepts tips. That's her payment for helping out here on the channel, so you can use the little super thanks.
It's a tragedy, I can't find them.
In and around. If you want to give Annie a tip. Oh, the swimming goggles for the onion. Yeah, we can't find them right now. Okay. Read us the tofu scramble instructions, Annie, while I get everything ready and this heats up.
After the tofu
After the tofu part, yeah.
Add the broth to the skillet, then crumble the tofu into it with your hands. Just squeeze it.
It's true. Okay, so that's the next thing we're going to do.
No need to get too fancy, you can break down the rest with a spatula as it cooks. Yay! Okay, that's it.
Okay, so I'm actually, even though we're doubling this, I'm still only going to use about a half a cup to start off. And I might add a little bit more as we go. I'll measure out a cup, though, just in case I don't want to add more. And then remind me what we do, Annie. And then once it starts to...
Annie, in your defense, some people have more sensitive eyes and taste buds than others. My eyes water when I cut even green onions.
There we go. Okay. This is pretty good. Oh, I'm going to add a little bit of the broth now. This is going to smoke.
I have that shirt too. It's my kid's favorite for me to wear. Holy crap. Why does it look like that?
Because it's just from the vegetables. It burned. It didn't really burn. It's fine. It's just going to give us. It's going to add a little flavor. Just the vegetables. So we're going to squeeze it and crumble it all over.
What temp is the oven?
425 Fahrenheit. I don't know the Celsius. It says it's in the book, Annie. Oh no, it doesn't, because this recipe for the fries isn't actually in the book. Oh, we might have a little brown in our tofu scramble because of the vegetables. All right, I did pour in the whole amount, even though I said I wasn't gonna. Okay, so just I mean, it's okay. Some of this will break up more as well in the pan. So yeah, break up all the tofu, and then what happens after we break up all the tofu again, Annie? Yeah, after we've broken up all the tofu.
Just squeeze it.
Just squeeze it.
Don't
Well,
need to get too fancy. You can break down the rest with a spatula as it cooks.
it's true. But if you do, I mean, you can also avoid, like, I cut it into like these squares before, but you could also just grab off hunks and break it apart like this. So we're going to cook this down. We're just going to basically we're going to stir this around and keep cooking this down until the broth has kind of absorbed into it and evaporated. Yeah, I think then what we do after that?
Add about a fourth teaspoon of the garlic powder. And continue stirring it and break down the tofu.
Yeah.
Until all the liquid is absorbed. So you need a full-on 1 teaspoon, but you're only adding about a quarter.
Because you're going to add more later on, right?
I guess. I assume so.
Yeah, and this is, like we said before, if you want, this is where you can add other spices as well. This is ours. It's really simple, but we kind of like it this way. We're going to also, once the...
until all the liquid is absorbed, about 7 to 10 minutes.
I mean, actually, you know what? I think I put in less. So the liquid in here is still... it's absorbing pretty quickly, though. I'm also cooking mine on an induction stove, which tends to cook fast.
Potato rice is really fast.
Why don't you put their comment on the screen, Candy, so people can see it in the replay?
If doing bulk tofu like that, I put in a potato rice or...
Oh, you use a potato ricer for tofu.
Really fast, really fast, really even.
Yeah. Okay. Well, actually, you know, we probably don't... I mentioned earlier using turmeric to kind of get some of the yellow for the coloring of the... but your nutritional yeast will do that as well. And I'm going to need like a half a cup. For my double batch, I'm going to put in a half a cup of nutritional yeast. But I think for if you're just doing like the normal batch, all you need is like a quarter cup. But you can add more if you like it for the flavoring. And if you want a really extra eggy flavor, at the end of this, add Kala Namak, black salt. I'm going to put mine on just literally when I eat it later on. Probably not on camera. Because Emily and Annie don't love the flavor. So I'm going to keep it out for them. Because I love them. And the seasonings we're going to put in here are just salt and pepper and garlic powder. to taste. And I just got that. Yeah, and then once this is all cooked down, I'm gonna turn this up a little bit. We're going to also, before I fold in the rest of the vegetables, which are already cooked, I'm gonna fold in the spinach as well, just until it's wilted, and then I'll fold in the rest of the vegetables, and that'll be that. And by that point, the potatoes should be done too. Potatoes are 18 minutes away. How many people are cooking along with us? I mean, it's probably hard.
From our family to yours. Love the honesty and keeping it real.
We have no choice here. We're just kind of who we are, warts and all, Annie.
Oh my gosh. I thought this person said I put beef juice in the tofu. I was like, what?
You're kind of defeating the purpose over there, kid.
But then they said I put beet juice.
Beet juice.
In
Sure.
tofu to make it pink because I'm weird like that.
I love it. Why not? Annie, let's get some. Want to get some pickle juice?
To make it green?
Well, not pickle juice. When I make it green, I'll just take it. It tastes like pickles. Well, pickled. With what?
It just went boom.
The oven? Just settling sometimes with the heat. So it's interesting. I don't know if you noticed, but like there's gotten more water in here because the tofu liquid is kind of cooking itself out a little bit. So we'll give this just a few more minutes.
I'm attempting the fries. I'm cooking along.
What's really great about a tofu scramble too is if you want, you could put this into make a breakfast burrito by putting this into like a wrap. And even, I mean, you could put this on the potatoes and have like a full-on breakfast burrito.
I'm making the potatoes because I already have some tofu scramble from yesterday.
Look at you. Well, and that's why, like I said, I'm making a double batch here so that I have lunch tomorrow and Willie has lunch tomorrow.
And maybe me.
And maybe Annie. That's the trick of having, like I said, we don't do a ton of meal prep in our house. What we do is make large portions. All right, see how quickly this is evaporating now? So this is mostly evaporated, so now I'm going to turn it down.
I'm from Seattle, and I'm just watching now. I can concentrate this way better.
That's okay. You can make it later. Okay, so the liquid's almost evaporated. So now what do I do, Annie? I add in the seasoning?
Just oatmeal off the PUJ website.
Nice. What am I? I'm adding the garlic powder, right?
Once the liquid is absorbed, add the remaining garlic powder, stir the nutritional yeast, salt, and pepper to taste. If you're adding spinach or kale, now is the time. Stir for a minute.
This is still liquidy.
Until it wilts slightly. Add any other vegetables you pre-sauteed.
Still liquidy. And for those that, I mentioned this in our newsletter that I went out this morning too, but for those who still want to get a hard copy of our cookbook, we're just putting through an order now. So if you want to guarantee yourself a copy, email me or a hard copy of our cookbook at pbwithjeremy@gmail.com, and you will guarantee yourself a copy. Otherwise, I'm going to order some extras, but once those are gone, I don't know if we'll do a third printing.
That's fortified or not fortified?
Whatever you got. Fortified means that it's been like added with B12 is added to it and some other things potentially. So whatever you got, use it, right? If you have both, I don't know.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Melma's back.
Willie's back.
Willie's back too. Okay, this is cooking down. Every time it looks like it's cooked down.
What sauce did he say he was adding to the spice mix?
What did I say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm adding. Oh, I'm just doing garlic powder and nutritional yeast. The thing I said you could add is
sauce.
What sauce? I didn't say anything with sauce. Did I? If I use the word sauce, it's because of my dyslexic brain.
But at the end you can add
hot sauce.
Barbecue sauce or hot sauce on top.
Whatever you want. Salsa. We like salsa too. Yeah. Okay. So the water. Okay, Annie. So we're evaporated. So we're gonna add in our spices.
If I put the fries in the air fryer, what can I use instead of oil? I'm regular vegan, not tofu plant-based.
You still don't need the
I
oil.
want to start doing one.
If you're using an air fryer,
What can I use instead of oil?
you don't need anything. Alcafaba, but oil. I mean, fries will kind of crisp up on their own.
We don't use anything.
I'm making it a batch, Annie. We don't use anything other than like a little nooch, maybe. You know, and this nutrition yeast is not very yellow, so I'm going to add a little bit of turmeric to add a little bit of color.
Back, Wooly.
Thank you.
And Ephraim's here too, just hanging off on the side. He just popped his head inside.
Shannon, you don't need oil in the air fryer to cook.
No, we don't add it.
Hi, Wooly. If for health issues, anyone needs to keep carbs low while following a PB diet, tofu is low in carbs. Oh my eyes. Then the soybeans it's made from. The fermentation lowers the carbs. The fermentation.
All right. So now this is where you can just season with a little bit of salt and pepper. Oh my god. My pepper mill always came out solid. It was not.
Really?
My pepper mill is acting up. I just put.
it the wrong way?
No, I put pepper. I just put new pepper berries in it. There we go. There we go.
Take the big chunks out.
It'd be like tofu Russian roulette. Whoever gets it'll be a nice little surprise for him. Someone's gonna get a big chunk of pepper.
I hope it's you.
I hope it's me too. I'll take a big chunk of pepper. It is. We'll have to deal with this after.
Mess.
I know. There we go.
Oh my gosh.
It's a lot, Annie. There's a lot of tofu in here.
Yeah, they said to taste.
To my taste, not your taste. No, add a little bit more. Okay, so now I'm gonna add just a sprinkle, and then obviously people can season more. I'm just putting a little bit in for base. Now I'm gonna put the spinach in. We're pretty close to being done. The potatoes still need a little bit of time, so we can continue to answer any questions while we wait for those. They're about 10 minutes away. But this is almost ready. Thanks, Woody, for cleaning up our mess. And then all we want to do is just cook these until they're wilted down. The spinach. And if you don't have spinach and you want to use kale, any greens are good. Collard greens would be fine. Any like thick, hearty green would be great. I'm gonna put this right down because the heat of the tofu is gonna also just cook this down enough on its own. You don't really need much heat from the pan at this point in time.
What's for dessert?
What's for dessert tonight? Good question. Probably Willie made some oatmeal raisin cookies. We still have. No, I don't know what we do. We made some.
Handful of chocolate chips.
Handful of chocolate chips. We made some macaroons for a cookbook review that we're working on. That I think there's only one left.
Yeah, you have to fight me for it.
I may have to fight Willie for
I
that.
want it.
No.
Why? I only had 2.
So spoiler alert, we like that one. So when you see that review coming, you'll know that one worked out for the good.
How many did you guys have?
A lot.
Yeah, so therefore I get the last one because I only had 2.
Oh wow, everyone's fighting over it. You know what's good when Annie fights for it.
You guys have crumble.
Yeah, crumble.
Oh yeah, we have crumble left over.
The turtle.
While we
Macaron.
watched football last night, we had berry crumble and it was delicious. I don't know what voice this is I'm doing right now.
There was lots of crumble.
You made a giant batch of fruit crumble. We had an apple that was the size of my head, so we thought it deserved to make a crumble out of it.
I wanted to eat.
The apple? All right, so now I'm just going to add the rest. So now I'm just going to fold the rest of the veggies in, and then we're done. And then you would just serve this, and if you want to add some salsa to it, you want to add ketchup to it, you want to add hot sauce to
Dad,
it.
I think people think you're making the other type of macarons.
Oh, no, not like macarons. It's like the coconut ones.
Not the
Not the French macaroons, like like the ones that are like coconut and chocolate. That kind of macaroon. No, I actually haven't ever made a French macaroon. A macaron.
Like 2 days.
They take 2 days?
They take days. At least.
Doesn't sound like the kind of thing I want to make. But maybe one day I'll try
But
it.
it sounds like the thing you would make.
It sounds like Annie wants me to make French macaroons.
No, it sounds like a thing that you're going to do anyways.
Alright, sounds like a thing I'm going to do. If anyone has a good recipe, fire it over to us.
Oh, Big Kitty Little Kitty's coming over for the crumble.
Oh, yeah? I don't know if we have enough for everyone. But, I mean, we'll see.
You can make it on the live stream next time.
A crumble? Maybe. Maybe we can. Does anyone want to see us make a crumble on the live stream? In a future live stream?
Give us thumbs up.
All right, I'm going to turn this off. Yeah, well, this is a good time. So this is done. Ready to go. Other than serving it and adding any other kind of flavors or seasonings anyone wants to it. But this is the base. I mean, I don't know about you, but that looks like scrambled eggs. And it tastes...
Is it better to store veggies and scramble separately for the next day or all mixed up?
Oh, if you know you're going to do it the next day,
Like cooked already?
like you've already cooked them? Sorry, read that question again.
Is it better to store veggies and scramble separately for the next day or all mixed up?
Oh, like if you know you're not going to eat it all. I mean, I mixed it all together and we're not going to eat all this tonight. So I would say just cook it all together. And
Jeremy, I found a French macaroon recipe that has aquafaba as one of the main ingredients.
see how much I perked up there? All right. Email that to me at pbwithjeremy@gmail.com.
Here, I'm going to put it at the bottom.
Okay.
Ready? Email him at this email.
Thank you.
Look at Annie being all techie.
Annie's great. And also for those that want to get
out crumble. 3 people so far.
for
4
those
people.
that want a hard copy of our cookbook and to get on that last minute list, email me at that same address and I'll send you the information.
Or the...
Well, that right there, right there,
Uh-huh.
that's for the ebook. But if you want to get the hard copy, you got to email me because I got to get your shipping. It's a whole thing. So just do that.
Looks
Really.
like next time you're doing a crumble, Dad.
Looks like next time we're doing I don't know if we'll do it next time, but we'll add it to the upcoming because I do have requests already from some people. But I will definitely add it.
Like what?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I already mentioned at the beginning. Someone wants Woolie's chocolate tart. Woolie's okay with that. Someone wanted me to make the shepherd's pie. But let us know. We plan on doing this unless we're like away on a trip. We plan on doing this every week.
Except for maybe March break.
Maybe not. Maybe on March break we might be at the farm and the internet there would not be conducive to a live stream.
Jackie.
Hi, Jackie. So we're wrapping up. We got about 6 minutes until these potatoes are done. So we'll hang around until that's done. For those who wanted to tip Annie for her awesome moderating skills, please do so. There's a little super thanks down below if you're watching this after the fact.
Do you like my hair?
There's like a little heart with a dollar sign, I think.
Do you like my hair? Do you like my hair?
I love your hair, Annie.
Does it look gorgeous?
I should do that with my hair.
No,
No?
I don't think so.
Okay, you can probably take it off here now, Annie.
My hair.
I got my hair done. Check my nails. Feeling good as hell.
Okay. Is audio back?
Is the audio back now?
Is audio back?
The audio should be back. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's my fault.
That was Annie. Annie's moderating. Off. Sorry about that. It's okay. It's back now. We were using the audio from the phone, so when Annie turned it away, so just leave it on. It's okay.
Wait, hold on. We gotta wait. Okay, yes?
What's going on?
Okay, yeah, it's back.
We're sorry about that. Flaws and all, everyone. Flaws and all. So we're just moments away from the potatoes being ready, but we're happy to answer any questions you've got for the next few minutes. We got 3 minutes. I'm going to check the potatoes, actually.
He used to have luscious locks, but he lost them.
Oh, my hair was down to my knees. You should have seen it. Back when I first met Wooly, it was just, I was like Fabio.
No.
No.
All lies.
It was all lies. I was bald. I was born bald.
Really? I was also born bald.
Yeah, then you got better. No, I went bald early enough. And I'd like to think the powers of the universe bestow the follically challenged people.
Only 25.
The follically challenged people with the right shaped heads to be bald with.
You're only 25.
I was 25 when I started losing my hair.
You're only 25 right now.
Oh, yeah, I'm only 25 now. Right. We established that on a
your
recent
birthday.
live stream
On your
on my
birthday.
birthday. I'm only 25, thanks to all of you. But
Dinner breakfast looks so delicious.
that's what I love about Tofu Scramble is like you can have it as breakfast for dinner, you can have it for actual breakfast, you can have it for
my eyes are still
brunch.
like not okay.
Really?
Well,
That's-
it's like good and it's not good. And it's good.
It's good, and then it's not good. They're coming in and out.
We want to hear the crunch of the potatoes.
Oh,
What?
that's a lot of pressure.
Crunch.
The crunch.
Why do you want there to be a crunch on the
Because
potatoes?
they're supposed to be crispy.
So they want you to do like ASMR?
They just want to know that they're actually crispy.
Don't they not like ASMR?
Some people don't like ASMR. I think some people just don't want to watch your mouth open when you're chewing, which I agree with.
Eyes, it's that.
Oh well,
That's my problem, and it's blowing it right at me. Oh my gosh! No wonder it hurt.
We have my veggie scrap bowl sitting right beside the fan that's blowing towards Annie. That's why it's bothering me. I'm gonna put it over here. Mystery
So
solved.
I'm glad I caught you live. Weird didn't get didn't receive a notification.
Oh well, that's Facebook's fault. Okay, so we got some patata here.
Dad, why do I look better in like your computer camera than I look in that? I might
I
look
don't know
blue. Look.
Okay, here's the patatas. So they're a bit hot. I don't want to.
Show you.
They're gonna.
the crunch.
You're gonna.
Ow!
Yeah, they're really hot. They'll take a few minutes to cool and be crunchy, I think. Here's a small one. I'm doing this for all of you.
Don't worry, Tazzy.
Right?
There's no crunch.
The crunch is hard to hear.
Move your hand away from the tray.
They need a few minutes.
I don't really want them to be crunchy.
No, but they got a bit of a they're.
Wedges aren't supposed to be crunchy. They're wedges, not fries.
And he feels very passionate about this. But they, as you can see, they've got like a crispy edge. I don't know. They're crispy enough for me.
Stop eating them all. You're going to save none for us.
We've got 2 whole trays. Okay. So as we wrap up, these need to cool down for a few minutes. Oh, do you hear a crunch there?
I heard it.
Yeah. So that's the potatoes. And like I said, we used to put these spices on. Put whatever spices you want on.
Potatoes
Don't put any
are
spices
yummy.
on. They are yummy. You saw how excited Annie got for these. Okay,
I
so
look bald like you.
we're wrapping it up. So if you've got any last minute tips you want to give to Annie, please do so now. If you have any last minute questions, Annie is
Look at I look bald. Do you see that?
Annie's having an existential crisis over there.
I'm 13.
Sorry, Annie.
Ow, my nose.
Okay, if you have any last minute questions, throw them in right now. Otherwise, we're gonna go have our dinner. If you want to send any last minute tips to Annie for those that have been waiting until the end.
Like TikTok time, it's like I keep it undercover, live my life the way.
Anna heard the crunch.
That's not Anna.
Her name is Anna.
Oh, okay.
Chiquita Belle. Hi, Anna.
I keep it undercover, live my life the way I want. It's like a TikTok thing, and then like people have like 8 heads, like you.
I have 8 heads. I only need one.
Like this. Look, ready? I keep it undercover, living my life the way I want.
What's happening?
It goes all the way back here. That's your forehead.
Send help. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for coming. We'll be back again the same time next week. I will post this Friday what the recipe is and what the ingredients are, so those who want to cook along can do so.
Dog heard the crunch.
The dog heard the crunch and turn around. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did so, hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. Annie's 13. If you like this, hit like so YouTube will show those other people. And otherwise, we'll see you around real soon.